Hello there. Hope you guys are having a great semester and hope you're staying warm and staying out of this cold weather. Today I'm going to be talking to you about our career presentation that we had to do for our senior seminar class and what career we chose. Mine I specifically chose was public policy advocate, so I'm going to talk to you about that today and why I chose that, my goals, and things of that nature. So you might be wondering, what is a public policy advocate? According to the National Association of Oregon, it is basically advocacy that can encompass a wide range of activities that influence policymakers. This includes activities like lobbying, litigation, and public-private education. The Association of Oregon also includes capacity building, relationship building, forming networks, and leadership development, which kind of comes into our degree that we are studying. Some of us are interpersonal communications majors, some are organizational communications majors, and some are public comm majors like me. So that might be a way that ties into my my career. Lobbying and advocacy versus advocacy. So you might be wondering, well, isn't basically advocacy lobbying? Not necessarily. Lobbying is probably the most well-known around people that follow politics frequently. And a lot of people know that don't follow politics frequently. According to the National Association of Oregon, it refers to the activities that are intended to influence specific policies of legislation. This happens all the time, whether that be Wall Street, big pharma, the drug companies, basically big special interest groups are particularly known for lobbying, even Ball State lobbies. And there is differences between good lobbying and bad lobbying, but that's for another PowerPoint. And they're not the same because advocacy can be brought about by getting an idea. This means taking to the streets, protests, peaceful protests, petitions, getting the word out online through sites like YouTube. That could be considered advocating a specific policy, while lobbying is used to influence legislation. That include like money or jobs after office, like they can take jobs on Wall Street. Some images that I will show you are right now. This is basically a picture of someone lobbying. It's from The Economist. Now I'll be going into pictures of advocacy. These women are obviously talking about women's rights and reproductive rights. This was from Telstar English. And these two are basically talking about healthcare and free college tuition. A lot of people advocate this all the time. You might know Bernie Sanders has been one to advocate this, as well as Medicare for all. Okay, let's get back to salary and pay. So the average salary for someone that does public policy advocacy is $59,915. That's not too bad. The range is from $4,000 to $69,000, and this is from payscale.com, by the way, and these numbers are in the U.S. Some other stats and info needed. 63% of the field is female, while 38% are male. So it is a male-dominated field. Female-dominated field, my bad. Popular places of employment are the City of New York and Comm LLC. Those are the popular places for employment. The years of experiences on payscale.com, that's the source I'm using for this, range from 1 year to 20 years, which 1 to 4 years was surprisingly about 60%, which is the majority, while 10 to 19%, which was the highest ones they surveyed, was only 10%. Okay, so why did I choose this? So I chose this because I love politics. I absolutely do. I basically consume politics on a daily basis, whether that be from secular talk or Twitter, on my Twitter, through The Hill or Washington Post, or publications like that. I'm usually looking at politics on a daily basis. I chose this after I was a journalism major first, but I decided I don't want to write. So Comm studies came to be what I chose because I believe I want to do less writing. Plus, I want to find out effective ways to communicate through my career, which at the time was a sports radio personality. But now I changed my major to my career of want to public policy advocate. That's why I chose this. Some of my top policy matters or things I look to push in my career is stuff like free college tuition at public colleges and universities, raising the minimum wage to a living wage, and I really care deeply about free speech because I believe it is under attack in America in a lot of college campuses and in the media. Some of my professional goals is to get a work-life balance. I don't want to be continually a workaholic. I actually want to enjoy time outside of work while trying to spend my time pushing for certain policy ideas and legislation. Make a decent living. I think that's everybody's goal, at least at a bare minimum level. And the other one is get a major piece of legislation passed that will make people's lives drastically better, like Medicare for all or free college at public colleges and universities, or make the minimum wage a living wage. I care about those things deeply, and those are some of the things I would look to push for and hopefully get passed within my years public policy advocacy. How do I tie it in my degree? I'm a public communications major with a minor in political science, so it kind of duels with what I want to be, where the communication part's getting the message out about a specific policy while knowing politics myself, specifically national. I follow more national politics than local, but I do, when elections come around or something big comes around on state and local levels, I seem to find it in some way. So with that, my degree will allow me to do these things with my career through communications, why a certain policy is better, whether that be through social media or on the ground, going door to door, basically getting the word out, talking to people, and try to get them on our policy position. Understand how to use rhetoric to get my point across in an effective manner, and not to use effective language, know how to talk to people, stuff like that, and understand the dimensions of one-on-one task or group task that can get the job done, because most likely you'll be working in groups with my profession, so I have to learn the dimensions of group tasks, which I have took those kind of classes before. And this will lead to the job after graduation. Hopefully, that's what I can do. I don't plan on getting a really, really good job after college, but at least a decent job would be great to get my foot in the door and understand. It might take a while for me to get where I want to be, but if I want to put the time in, I can get there. And that is the end of our presentation. I hope you liked it. I certainly enjoyed talking about my career and that I plan on going into. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you.